craps on a what exactly is or how the odds work on a cruise ship with Royal Caribbean, because that is totally different than the 3, 4, 5 channel moderation. All right, so I'm trying to get this set up. So I have a bunch of, this is what my chips look like after I get done doing a video. I just throw them off to the side. Oh my goodness. So if somebody could give me a little chat, I want to see if I could respond. So let's see. I'm gonna um, say something in the chat. See if it pops up for you. So let's see what happens here. Boom. And let's see what pops up on there for the channel there. All right. All right, what we're gonna do is we are going to sort some things out here. And like I was thinking, play craps, you know how it's 3, 4, 5 times odds. I'm gonna talk a little bit about craps and cruising on Royal Caribbean. The odds are a little bit different. So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about how the odds are different. So mark the point, Ryan, what's up? Do you see how I made you a moderator of the channel? I don't know what, you're already a moderator. Boom, done, check. So what that means is you'll be able to, I think, like if somebody's spamming or blocking, like you could take their comment down for me if need be. It's a paid position. It's we'll have to negotiate. Claude is in the house. I made you a moderator, Claude. So that's why you have a little wrench next to your name there. So what that means is you'll be able to answer questions if people have questions in the chat. Now, I was saying it's a paid position. If you do this, it's a paid position. What does it pay? I don't know if it pays money. I don't know what kind of compensation we're looking at here, but yeah, I know Ryan is expensive. Well, sometimes if somebody keeps spamming or whatever, any moderator can not only answer questions and it gives them that wrench, like, so you know that they're part of the channel, but it also gets the point where I'm not sure how it works exactly, but I know if you're on, there's a way that you can click on a comment and delete it, and you're already under contract. Oh my goodness. But anyway, like if somebody I wanted to give you some influence in the chat and in the lives if I continue to do this, where you would be able to click on a a chat or something and delete it. So anyway, so like here's an example. Okay, so this person is doing the same thing over and over and over. So can you click on that and like delete it or something? So then I'm gonna put a user in timeout for 30 minutes. How about that? Oh, I mean, I couldn't have made that even more. So now what I'm thinking is you might be able to. So I don't know. I figure if we that are doing this after a while, if we can make each other moderators and doing stuff, and we'll be busy. If somebody's on there that's just like causing a bunch of trouble and stuff, or just repeating stuff or doing spam or whatever, you can mute them for like 30 minutes. You can, you know, or hide their message or something, take it down. Anyway, and I figured, look, I got a couple $100 chips in here. So we're going to see, we're going to get this counted up. All right. So, and then, I'm going to talk about how the odds work. I'm planning on doing a video, like a recorded video about the odds. And so, have you ever seen dealers? So I'm gonna do one with the odds on a Royal Caribbean ship and how the odds are different on a Royal Caribbean ship. They're not 3, 4, 5 times odds on all the bets. So we're gonna talk about that if I get to it. And you ever see the dealers? They like grab an amount and then they stack them like that. What they're trying to do is they practice to get a full stack. So a full stack is 20. So it should be $20 if it's dollars, and it should be $100 if it's nickels, and then it would be $500 if it's the quarters. So what they do is they grab them and they put them here, and then they count them out to see if they were right. So let's see if I got 20 right here. Perfect. Dang, I'm good. Okay, let me see if I got 20 with this. And I feel like this one's one short, but let's see what happens. There's 5, 10, 15. Oh, it's not short. It's perfect. See, even when I thought I was wrong, ended up I was right. AZ crap shooters. So I was just talking about for us doing the moderations in here. Like I can make people a moderator, and if you want to be a moderator, all right. Was that like, I don't know if I'm like, do I got good signal? Oh my goodness. All right. I was wondering about the how the odds work. Yeah, I'm getting ready to talk about that. All right. Sorry, I'm using my camera and my laptop, and I'm trying to figure out if everything's working good. So let me see. Okay. Yeah, I think that AZ, I think that was me. Because I have like a bunch of stuff here. Let me try to see if I can add you as a. Yeah, this is weird. Anyway, that's why I said let's get some things sorted out. Because if I'm going to do this a little bit more often, I got to sort some things out. And all right. Okay, so anyway. All right, we got 100 here. And so the idea is they practice, see if they could grab 100. Let's see if I did it again. So $100. $5 too many on that one. Crap. All right. That's why they. All right, there's another 100. So I'm getting this stuff sorted out, but I'm also sorting out. I got to figure out how to show chat and maximize the chat. How do I make trying to do the chat huge, big, large, and I can't figure out how to do it. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, so I'm getting some things sorted out here. This is what my chips look like after I do a video. I just throw all the losing stuff over there, and but then I like to start a video with it nice and neat, all stacked together. And so this could be a very boring video. But what I will talk about, and I'm gonna answer any questions that you have. Hey, what's up, Chris? So I'll answer any questions you have as I get this stuff sorted out. But I'm also trying to sort stuff out with my stream. So so I'll figure that out. Oh my goodness, I just put that on top. Okay, those are already done. And trying to figure stuff out with my stream if I'm going to continue to do this. What I'm thinking about doing is having, you know, my same content that I have with my channel, have the same content going, and not changing it up, but then adding this as an addition, but doing something different with the live stream. So this would be something different that you don't see on the regular channel. So I believe, like right up here, there will be subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And then right here, there's 3 dots on your screen if you're on your mobile. And you'd be able to click those 3 dots and then like this video. So if you click the 3 dots, you'll be able to like the video. If you're not subscribed, you could just hit the subscribe button. It should be somewhere right here. Let me know. Maybe I'm pointing too high. Maybe I'm actually covering it up. It's like right here somewhere, right? Isn't it? Somewhere? All right. So I'll answer these questions in just a second. Here, let's see. If anything we learned is that you could stack a stack of 20 without looking. Let's see. I'm going to try it. Here you go. Let's see. That one's, I could tell that's short because I cheated by that one. But let's see. Oh my goodness. 20. There we go. There's another 100. And let's see if I could do it with these here, these green ones. I don't even know if I have 100 green ones out here. That would be cheating if I only had 500, I mean. So this would be 500. Let's see what we got here. 4 stacks of 4. 4 stacks of 5. Boom! Oh my goodness. Wow. Nailed it. All right. All right, let's answer some questions and then I'll sort some more things out here. We got this. All right, so let's talk about the odds real quick, and then after we do the odds, we'll talk about the odds on a ship with Royal Caribbean. And after we do the odds, then we'll talk about and we'll answer some more questions. All right, so I do need to move some of this stuff as I get it sorted out. So very interesting. So on craps, usually, here, and I'll move these. Usually on a craps table, standard, sometimes you'll see people do like 5 times odds. Some casinos. Some casinos, they'll say 3, 4, 5, and it's usually right up here on the table somewhere. It'll say 3 times 4 times 5. It's 3 times 4 times 5 times odds when you're playing craps. And what it means is it's the odds that you can put behind your pass line bet or your come bet, your flat bet. And so let me move these, and it's usually 3, 4, 5 times odds, and 3, 4, 5 times odds. So these are the same odds: the 4 and 10, the 5 and 9, the 6 and 8. 3, 4, 5 times odds. So if you had on your pass line, if you had $10, and on a regular table, 3 times odds, if the point became a 4 or 10, you'd be able to put 3 times back here. So you'd be able to put $30. Okay, And if it is a 9 or a 5 or 9, 3, 4 times. So you'd be able to put $40 in odds. And there's no place for it. It's just behind the line. And then on a 6 and 8, if you had $10, then you would be able to put 5 times, which is $50 behind. So that's what you'd be able to play on a regular craps table. Now, there are some casinos that have they have some casinos that have 10 times odds. Whatever you put here, you could put 10 times behind. So if you put $10, you'd be able to put $100. And usually, if it's 10 times odds, that it's on every number. So any one of those numbers. Now, on a Royal Caribbean ship, since we'll jump into that really quick, let's do the same thing, but we're going to do it right here, okay? So this is, let me move that, 3, 4, 5 times odds. So like if this was the 10, the 9, and the 8, and then what we'll do is we'll do the 4, 5, and 6, which is the same, but we'll see the difference when it's on a cruise, okay? So again, 4, and then I'm going to move these in just a second because there's more to it. But basically, 4, 5, and 6, any number actually on a Royal Caribbean ship, any number is single odds. So you can only put $10 if it's $10. So that's pretty crazy, right? All right. Let me sort a couple more things out so we can move this. This is kind of like an OCD kind of thing. It's just driving me crazy to have all these like not stacked nice and neat. All right, let's see. Did I get 20? Let's see. There's 5, 10, 15, 20. Boom! All right, got it. 100. All right. Professional. All right. So single odds on every number if you play $10. Now, some people would say, hey, what's up, Rick? Rick finally caught one of the lives. Is this the time I have to go to get alive? All right. Okay. There was somebody from Ireland yesterday. They're like, I finally got it. I'm like, what time is it in Ireland? When I was live. So it doesn't matter what the number is. It's single odds if you play $10. And then if you did $15, then it's different. And so this is the best way to talk about it. And so I'm going to need to get some of these red $5 chips to really talk about it. So the best way to do it, look at that, I have $400, 4 blacks hiding in there. The best way to think about it is this. If you know 3, 4, 5 times odds, then $15 on the pass line. So let me take, okay, I'll just kind of move this over. All right. So then if you play $15 on the pass line, and it's a 4 or 10, 3, 4, 5 times odds, this would be 3 units. So 15 is 15. So still single odds. All right. So let's put it here. If you did, say you had a come bet and it $15 and it moved behind the 4, you can only place $15 in odds because it's 3, 4, 5 units, not 3, 4, 5 times odds. So $15, say we have a come bet, the 5 rolls, it moves to the 5. You can do 3, 4, 5 units. So $20 on a $15 bet. And then if you had a $15 bet come bet and they rolled a 6 and it moved to the 6, you could do 5 units or $25. So 5 units, $25. When you go to 15. So that's very interesting on playing craps on a cruise to earn a free cruise with Royal Caribbean. This is with Royal Caribbean. All right, now let's say you say, I want to, what if I go up further? So I'm just going to put 15 here, and we're going to put, well, I don't want to confuse you. So let's say you go to, I don't want to confuse myself, really. All right, let's say you go to $25. So $10 is even odds, right? Or single odds. $15 is 3, 4, 5 units. And then $25 is double odds. So you can go double odds on every number if you do $25. All right? So let's see. Yeah, I didn't get why the flat was higher than why if the flat was higher, the odds could be more than 1 times. Yeah. If you put more money in contract locked up in the risk, they'll let you put more. Now, most people say, well, what do I have to do to get 3, 4, 5 times odds? Oh, that's easy. You just play $50 on the pass line. Oh my goodness. So if we did $50, now let me move these. Let's see if I can get one. Let's see if I can get one. Yeah, that feels right. That feels right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. Wow. 20. Got it. Nailed it. And this one? Yeah, feels right. 5, 10, 15. Oh, one too many. Man. Would have got an extra $1. All right. Let's talk about if you did the $50, then it looks just like regular casino. So on the 10, you could do 3 times. So you'd be able to put 75. If you had a come bet for $50 and it moved, you could put 3 times. Oh, sorry. That's not 3 times. 3 times 50 is 150. Let me get a black. Where is that? Black. So you'd be able to put 150 on the odds if you go up to $50. And then, so you got $50. So that's 3 times. And then 4 times $50. If the 9 rolls, it moves to the 9. You're able to put $200 there. And then if you have $50 and the 8 rolls, 6 or 8, you'd be able to have 3, 4, 5 times odds. That's $250. So let's talk about why I do not suggest to ever play odds if you're ever playing craps on a cruise. Does anybody want to try to guess why I would say that? Anybody? Let me see here. Let me see. Anybody want to try to guess? Why would I not play odds? No comp value. Ding, 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 ding. Rick, you got it. So let's see. Shouldn't your power... I don't know. I don't know what you mean. That is a cringe button. How about that? All right. So yeah, so when you're playing, and I'm gonna break these down now here real quick. When you're playing craps on a cruise, now you couldn't even bet 3, 4, 5 times odds. So let's just take these down with $10. You couldn't even do that if you wanted to. So here you have $75, and you're getting rated in comp value for $25 bet, and you have 75 on the table. Imagine this one right here. You have $50. Even if it's over here, you have $50, and then it's a 6 or an 8. So you do max odds of 5 times. So you have $300 on the table, and you're getting 50 points per hour. You're getting credit for $50. $50. So let's see. I'm just saying my power is out. It's really dark in my room. thanks for letting us know. It's this live feed is the light that's that's from your phone or tablet, whatever you're watching this on. But can you imagine, like, you put up $300 and you're getting rated for $50 bet? Forget it, man. That's why I say don't even do it. It's not even worth it. And the other thing is, I would always suggest to never play pass line and odds unless you're rolling the dice. Because if you had $10 here and $10 here, that's $20. If you put $20 here, you'll get paid more than if you played pass line with odds. And I have a few videos coming up. I think they're coming out this week or next week. But where I go through and I show the differences of getting this person playing against this person. So the pass line with odds versus the place better. I don't know if that came out already or it's coming out, but obviously the place better always gets paid more because it only makes sense to play pass line with odds or come bet with odds if you could do more than 5 times odds. That's the only time that it even makes sense. So on a traditional table, 3, 4, 5 times odds, you're close, and it kind of makes sense to play pass line at odds or come bet with odds on the 6 and 8. But these other numbers definitely doesn't make sense to play odds. And once you get locked in on a come bet or a pass line bet, the only thing you could take down is the odds. You can't take down the bet, and that bet only pays flat. Like it's 1 for 1. So these bets, if you place the bet, they don't get paid flat. They don't get paid 1 to 1. You know, they get paid better. So that's why it's always better to place the bet than to play odds. Now, some people would say, yeah, but what about the 7-Eleven on the come out? What about the 7-Eleven on the come out? I have a video coming up too where because I always tell people, if you really care so much about the 7-Eleven on the come out, then why don't you just bet the 7 and 11 on the come out? You know, when the puck is off, instead of betting the pass line where you'll just win even money. So if you bet the pass line, you get even money where it's $10, 7-Eleven, right? You got a 7-Eleven, and what do you win? $10. So I have a video coming out where we roll it out, the pass line versus taking the same $10 and doing $5 on the yo and $5 on any 7 on every come out. Who do you think wins that one? I don't know. You'll have to watch it to find out. Because, that could really bleed a lot of money. Because at least right here, like this is, if it's not a 7-Eleven, you lose $10. Here, if it's not a 7-Eleven, you don't lose your $10, but you will if they don't make the point. So, it's very interesting to see what can happen with that. All right. Let's see. Let's answer any questions that might come up in the chat. And let me see. Somebody It's funny the things I can't see when I'm over here. Okay, so you have the chat down here, right? Let me take a look here. So you have the chat bar down here. I pinned a message, and then there should be like right over here at the bottom. Is there a $sign? That would be a super chat where you can actually donate, a little bit for the content. But I don't want you to necessarily donate something. I just want you, can you tell me, is there a $sign in the bottom corner? If you could tell me that, that would be great. So, is there a $sign in the bottom corner next to the chat? And then the other thing is, if you're not, let me find out that first, and then let's see if I could pick another stack of nickels that is 20. Is this 20? I think it's a little heavy. Feels heavy. It's heavy by 1. So yes, there is a $sign. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. Like I said, I'm not asking you guys to use it. I'm just wondering if it's there, because there is the feature that I have to click to make sure it's there. And then and there's like a happy face one too, because I think I saw somebody use it. I think I saw somebody use one of those happy face things. All right, so this then the other thing, was there another question? I want to make sure I'll answer any questions. I'm not going to be a long time tonight, but yeah, so the odds that I was talking about is on a Royal Caribbean ship. And okay, so Chris has a question here. What about using the DC any DC help or discussion? DC and DP. Okay, yeah, let's talk about it. Okay, so the DP, or the don't pass, you can place that when the puck is off. So you could put $10 here when the puck is off, but once a point is established, like say it's the 9, you can't place it down anymore. Now you can place the pass line. Of course, they'll let you place the pass line after the point is established, because it pays less than if you said, oh, give me the 9, and if you place the 9 for 10, it would pay 14 on the pass line. It only pays 10. So it pays less money here than it does here. So of course they want you to play the pass line all the time, And then so the pass line everybody's familiar with. It is on the come out roll, 7-11 win, and that's when the puck is off. 7-11 win, and 2-3-12 lose. So if it's a 2, 3, or 12, this bet loses. Well, this is the opposite, except for the 12. Okay, so this loses on 7-11 when the puck is off, and it wins on 2 and 3 when the puck is off, and the 12, bar 12, is like a push. So it's the 12 doesn't matter. So thinking about the combinations, a 7, there are 6 ways to make a 7, and 2 ways to make an 11. So on the first roll, when the puck is off, there's 8 ways to win this one, and there's 8 ways to lose this one. And then when you think about the 2, sorry, that's a green one. You think about the 2, is only one way, the 12 is one way, and the 3 is two ways. There's 4 ways to lose this bet and 8 ways to win this bet when the puck is off. And then there is 1, 2, 3 ways to win this bet and 8 ways to lose. So that is when the puck is off. So you have the disadvantage on the don't pass is the disadvantage on the first roll, and this has the advantage on the first roll. Now, once a point is established, everything switches. Now, let me do it like this. Let's say it is a 9. So now the point is established, okay? So say the point is, let's do a point of 10 first, okay? So if the point is 10, there's 3 ways to make a 10. So there's only 3 ways to lose this bet. And this bet, there's only 3 ways to win, but there are 6 ways to lose, which is the 7. So 3 ways to lose this bet and 6 ways to lose this bet. And so in reverse, there's only 3 ways. Well, there are 3 ways to win this bet, and there are 6 ways to win this bet. So it's a reverse. So I figured I'd lay it out. It makes sense if you see it, the different combinations of the dice. So it's kind of like a bar graph or a scale of like how much, that's that one. The 4 and 10, that was the 4 and 10. 5 and 9, there's 4 ways to make a 9. So 4 ways to lose, 6 ways to win. 4 ways to win, 6 ways to lose. Because the 7 you would lose, the 7 you would win. And then the 6 and 8, there are 5 ways to make a 6 and 8. So there are 5 ways to lose, 6 ways to win. So 6 and 8, when you're on the don't, you don't really want to see a 6 and 8, a 6 or 8, because it's so close. 10 ways to make a 6 and an 8, 5 ways each. And then there's 5 ways to win. So a 6 and 8 is great on the pass line. But 7 ways to win this one. If a 7 rolls, you win. If a 7 rolls here, you lose when the puck is on. So now let's talk about the DC, and then I'll check the chat to see if there's anything else. So now that the puck is on, let's go back to the 10, because that's our favorite number if we're on the don't pass. Now the same thing happens right here on the DC. So let's say this pass line player is playing the come bet. So it's the same thing. So when the puck is on, a come bet is a pass line, and a don't come is a don't pass. So just the same way, this wins on 7 and 11, loses on 2, 3, 12. This loses on 7 and 11 and wins on 2, 3 and pushes on the 12. Now the best way that I like to describe this is the come is the same as the pass line when the puck is on, and instead of the puck moving, the money moves. So let's say a 5 rolled. This would travel to the 5, and this would travel behind the 5. So this would win if a 5 rolls, and this would lose if a 5 rolls. This would lose if a 7 rolls, and this would win if a 7 rolls. So I think, if I made it, I don't know, I hope I made it easy, but I think that's kind of how it works. There's John in sunny Southern California. You know, one of my favorite places in Southern California is actually Oceanside. I have some really good friends that live in Oceanside, in between San Diego and LA, right there on the coast. Oceanside. I love Oceanside, California. I grew up in California, by the way. Um, Central Valley. Central Valley is south of Sacramento, north of Fresno, right in the middle. Stockton, California. Stockton, California. All right. So, man, I'm trying to read this, but this little heart thing is in the way. Okay, what ratio should one bet on the all tall small, or on the all tall small? Yeah. So on the all tall small, I would totally uh, consider betting that. Now on a Royal Caribbean ship, none of the Royal Caribbean ships on the craps have bonus bets for craps. Up here, it's just the hops. If they have the hops printed, the hops are printed, but nothing else is printed. Um, and yeah, they don't have the all tall small or any kind of fire bet or repeater bet. Um, the ratio for an all tall small, what I would do is consider your strategy that you're rolling. So whether it's a pass line or whether you're going to put money out here and play, um, I would always allow a first hit to pay for an all tall small. So believe it or not, if you're at the $10 level, I would do 555 because it $10 level pays 14. So one hit you would be put up with that. If you're at the $30 level and it pays 35, then you could do 10, 10, 10. Um, if you do get offset, you could do with like say $25, you can do a 10, 5, 10. But I think it's better just to do keep them even, like whatever you're going to put on the all tall small, do 5, 5, 5, 10, 10, 10, 15, 15, 15, and up, but 25, 25, 25 pays the best. If you hit it, max it out. um, so I hope that's just my opinion, Big G. Um, is craps is craps good to win on for the average person? Average person can bet and win. The problem with the average person playing craps is that they listen to the casino on how to play. I'm not a casino hater, but the pass line when you're not rolling the dice is the worst bet. And they tell everybody to play the pass line with odds. And they say, "Oh, the odds, it's the best bet in the casino." Well, you can't play odds without the pass line, and the pass line is the worst bet in the casino. So they're giving you the best bet in the casino matched up with the worst bet in the casino. So like here we have the $10 that moved to the 5 and we have the point on 10 and I can put $10 on odds and I would win $10 here and then I would win $20 here if the 10 hit. So I win $30 off of a $20 bet, but the same $20 bet on the 10 would pay $37. So I get paid more, $36, $37. So I get paid at least $6 more by placing it rather than having it on the pass line with odds. Now, most people say, yeah, but that's single odds. And this is $20, this is $20. Can't you put more? Well, on a Royal Caribbean ship, you can't do more than single odds, but just remember this, it always pays more to place the number unless you're placing over 5 times odds. So if you put 10 here, you'd have to put over $50 behind, and a lot of places they allow you to do 3, 4, 5 times odds. They don't even allow you to put more than 5 times odds behind for odds. That means that it's always better to bet the number. I hope that makes sense. All tall, small must be placed when the puck is off. Yeah, that's a good point. You can't wait until the point. Yeah, to use. Yeah. So what I meant by that, John, was to, place it and know that if you get a hit, your first hit's going to pay for your all tall, small. Then you start working on recouping the rest of your money and getting out of the hand. So that's just that. And then the other thing, there are some casinos that, even though, like, say a 10 rolled and it was on 10, that would be the tall side. If nobody's bet it, which this is probably the best way to do it, like, if it depends, but I usually, uh, if I'm playing the all tall small and nobody's betting it, I make sure to ask the casino, hey, can we bet it after the point's established? And if they say yes, because some allow you to do it, then I literally wait till the first point's established, then I'll bet it, because then you don't have to worry about that come out 7 taking it down, because they won't mark the 10 even though it hit the 10, it won't be marked. But if nobody's bet it, then you can bet it after the point, and then if they hit their point would be when you get the 10. And if they're going to get all the numbers, usually they're going to have to hit their point. So if the casino will allow it, and if nobody else bets it, and if they do, I'm like, hey, we could bet it after the come out roll so we don't lose it if the 7 comes. Why don't we just bet it after the point's established? I try to tell all the people playing, let's do it after, please. But I'm not the leader, and some people, they're like, you don't know what you're talking about, bro. All right. Could you give us some basic etiquette at the craps table, attitudes, players to players, and players to dealers? Yeah. So anyway, you don't know what you're talking about, bro. I would always say be polite, but some people, they're so, like, they're stressed out because they're probably gambling. And I know that sounds funny, but I view gambling as putting money on the table that you're not willing to lose. And it's not entertainment and it's not fun. It's like they're gambling, they're putting money, and they're so stressed and they're in a bad mood if they're losing their money. I mean, nobody likes to lose money. But they shouldn't be gambling if they're not having fun. They shouldn't be at the table and if they're not having fun, I would say. But you try to have fun with people, you try to be polite, try to give them some pointers. Hey, you don't have to bet the pass line if you're not rolling the dice. And some people are like, what, really? Oh, thank you so much. And then other people are like, mind your business, don't tell me how to spend my money. So anyway, be polite is good etiquette. Being polite. Basics would be, if you ever walk up to a table and the puck is on, know that everybody that was there that established that point is playing that round or that hand, and you shouldn't enter the game until the puck is off. That's respect, because imagine if there was some people playing volleyball and they're just bouncing the ball back and forth or whatever, and you go into the volleyball area and just start trying to hit the ball, or do some stuff. Like, just wait until the ball's not flying around and it's in between sets and say, hey, can I jump in? Now, you don't have to ask people if you can jump in, because if the puck is on, technically, I guess you can just come up and drop your money and stop the game in the middle of the game and make them pay you out when the game's going. It's kind of rude, and it's bad etiquette. Um, if you happen to do that or accidentally, where somebody's like sometimes the dealers try to say, "Hey, give it to me," and then they do it, and you're like, "Man, I said wait, I didn't want to do it," or whatever. If you ever do that and they pass you money, the next question they're going to ask is, any bets? And there's so many people that do that. They buy in when the puck is on. So they stop the game. They're like, hey, wait a minute, stop the game, everyone. Let me buy in. And then they go, any bets? And they're like, no, I don't want any bets. It's like you just stop the game to get money. You should put money in if you're actually stopping the game, you know. So always wait till the puck is off if you're going to buy in. That's probably like the number one rule. If you ever saw those series. Hey, what's up, John? John, I made you a moderator for my live chats just in case you want to answer questions, mute somebody, you know. I figured if we start helping each other moderate each other's live streams, like we know what, if there's any. It was funny when I first got on, I said, if there's something that happens what needs to be muted, and somebody just started spamming, bam, 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 and we actually muted them. So it's a team effort here. So thanks, John. Yeah, there's a lot of craps etiquette basics. I would say number one, yeah, don't buy in when the puck is on. The other one I would say probably the biggest one is when the dice are out. So after the dice roll, they're going to put the dice right up in the middle here. And when the dice are right there, that's the time to bet. And the stick person has the stick and they're waiting for the bets. And once all the bets are set, they move the dice and they say, dice are out. And dice are out means no more bets. And sometimes they'll say dice are out, hands high. Hands high means watch out, they're rolling the dice. But it does mean a third thing that the dealers don't really say a lot, but they should. Dice are out, no more bets. So the very bad etiquette is if the dice aren't right there, that you put money on the field, or you do a come bet, or you say, hey, can you give me a 5 for $10 after the dice are out? Those are all bad etiquette. That's kind of like bad etiquette as well. So those are probably the top two, I would say, is buying in when the puck is out and then betting after the dice are out. And then probably the third thing would be, and this just like, if the puck is on and people are, whether you're on the don't pass or if somebody's on the pass, whatever, if the 7 comes, everybody that has money out here lose all their money. So it's just not good etiquette to say the word 7 if the puck is on. Even if you're not playing, say you're like standing around the table right behind some people that are playing, and you're like back there trying to explain it to somebody, saying, okay, see how it says the puck is on 9? That means they have to roll a 9 before a 7. And the people that heard you say 7 are cringing because they don't want you to put that word out into the universe. They don't want to think it, hear it, see it, or anything. And so it's just proper etiquette not to say the word 7. So let's see. Any other, I guess, attitudes? And for the dealers, yeah, priceless. The hop bets is like, dice are out, no more bets. Hop the 5, hop the 9. Give me a 3-way red. So at least if they're gonna bet after the dice are out, they at least sometimes have a common courtesy to say, hop the red. And what that means is red means 7, so they don't want to say the word 7. So if you ever are teaching anybody, you can say the bad number, and the bad number is not on there. It's right between the 6 and 8. They don't want to roll that number. But, chances are the person you're talking to will go, oh, you mean 7? Oh, my goodness. Oh, you want to see how to play. Oh, my goodness. So right up here, there's a subscribe button, okay? And if you press the subscribe button, you can see a lot of my other videos that explain. So it's right up here at the top. If you're not subscribed, you'll see a subscribe button. Right next to that, there are 3 little dots up in the corner, if there should be. And if you click those dots, you'll be able to like this video. And so make sure to give it a thumbs up, give it a like, and subscribe. But yeah, basically, yeah, I'm answering questions, getting some things sorted out. And my channel specifically is about playing craps on a cruise to earn a free cruise. There are some great channels that teach how to show playing craps, and there is basically craps. I'm going to tell you this about craps. First off, if you're still here, let me know you're still here, Sherry, and then I'll tell you just a few basics that will help get you in the right mindset to play. Okay, if you're still here, all right. All right, let's see. Okay, all right, Sherry. This live's just for you, and right down here, there's right next to the chat. There should be a $ button. I'm just playing, because $ is the biggest thing you want to think of when you're playing craps. Don't play with money that you're not willing to lose. But when you want to come up and play the game of craps, a lot of times people are like, "Oh, I'll invest, you know, $50 to play or $100 to play." Whenever you go up to a craps table, it's going to have a minimum. It's going to be a minimum bet that you can make, and it's usually on a plaque that's right above these numbers here. There's usually a plaque right there, and it'll say minimum $10 or minimum $15 or minimum $25. Try to find one that's either a 10 or a 15. If you could find a $5 table, that would be great. But try to find at least a 10 or $15 table. But know that if you are going to bet a minimum bet of $10, meaning that every one of these you have to bet. If you're going to bet the 4, you have to put $10. If you're going to bet the 5, that's another $10. If you're going to bet the 9, another $10. If you're going to bet the pass line, which we'll talk about in a second, that's another $10. And you should always be able to play for at least 10 shooters, 10 people rolling the dice. So if all you have is $100, let's see if we can get $100. So if all you have is $100, say I'm going to play craps for $100. That seems like a lot, right? Oh man, a lot? It's not really a lot, because if you're going to play for 10 shooters, that means you only have $10 per shooter. If you only have $10 per shooter, that means you only can make one bet out of all these combinations. And if you are going to bet like the 5, and they're going to be rolling the dice, there's 36 different combinations, and there's only 4 ways to make a 5 out of 36. So to play for $10, chances are you're not going to win that bet. You would win that bet if they rolled a 5, but you would lose that bet if they rolled a 7. Now, 36 combinations, the 7 is 6 ways to make a 7. It's the most common number. So basics for craps is, I would say, if you're on a $10 table, you'd want to have at least $300 to play. I think that's the big thing that a lot of people, when they're getting ready to play craps or want to play craps, they don't play with enough money to actually have more combinations. So like these 4 numbers right here, they're 5 and 9, there's 4 ways each. The 6 and 8, there's 5 ways each. So there's 18 different combinations just on these 4 numbers. So you can imagine, if you're going to bet 4 of the numbers, that's $40. And if that's your strategy to bet 4 of the numbers, you're going to need $400, because you're spending $40 for 10 shooters. Now, it's not a law or a rule that if you go up to the craps table, they're going to say do you have 10 times your, bet? Um, but it's just, I mean, because the casino, they want you to play with a little bit of money and lose it a little bit at a time. So check out the channel, Sherry, and look for like craps strategies and just watch the game of craps and how it plays. But I would say number one thing before you get involved is to make sure that you're playing with money that you're willing to lose, but also play with at least 300 or more. 300 to 500 is a great starting place to get into craps, and that's why a lot of people don't play craps, because it's an expensive game. And people that do try to play craps with just $100, they lose their $100 pretty quick because they don't stay for 10 shooters. They'll, if we did 40 and we had $100 and we did all these numbers, we can only go for 2 shooters, and then the third shooter we're out of money. And that's most people's experience with craps. They're only there for like 1 or 2 shooters and they lost $100 and they say, I'll never play that again. So first things first, yeah, understand it. Now, I will give a shout out. If you ever go to Vegas, the Fashion Show Mall is off the Strip. It's over by the Strat, kind of North Strip, across from the Wynn. If you go to the Fashion Show Mall, there's a place called Casino Quest. You can go into this Casino Quest. They have real dealers and real craps tables. And for $25 an hour, they'll train you how to play craps. They'll give you money to play with, not real money, and they'll teach you how to play for $25 an hour. I would say at least do a 2-hour session. So for $50, you can learn how to play craps instead of going with 300 trying to learn how to play, So that's something to think about. I hope that helps. And don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not a subscriber. It would be awesome if you subscribe. Thanks, Sherry. I hope that helps. The thing about craps that's really awesome is you can make a lot of money pretty fast. You can make a lot of money pretty fast. Yeah, so let's see. What I'll do right now is I'll actually just roll like an example rollout. If I have $100, I don't have enough, right? So I'm gonna do $300. I won't do 10 shooters, but I'm just giving you an example that I'm not playing unless I have at least $300, okay? So they're gonna give me my money here, and then I'm gonna be the roller, the shooter. So I'm gonna put my money in my rack back here. Let me move all of this stuff. And then I'm gonna put $10 on the pass line. Now this wins on 7-11 when the puck is off, and it loses on 2-3-12 when the puck is off. When the puck is off, it means that the game is off, and we're getting ready to turn the game on. How do we turn the game on? We turn the game on by them passing us 5 dice. We put money on the pass line here, and then we select 2 dice. We select 2, they take the other 3 away, and then we roll the dice to hit the back wall. And if it's a 7 and an 11, there's a 7, we win this bet, even money. So now we're playing for free because we have $10 there because of 7. But it has to be one of these numbers for the game to turn on. All right, so here we go. Let's see if we roll again. And it's a 4. All right, so this stays here. It would have won like on the 7 or the 11, and it would have lost if we rolled a 2, 3, or 12. But we rolled a 4, which is one of these numbers. Now the game turns on. And now the game turns on. This bet becomes a bet on the 4. So this is like a 2-part bet. The first part of it is the 7-11 and what's called a come out roll. our come out roll was a 4. Now the game is on. This is a bet on the 4. So it wins on the 4, but it loses on the 7. Now it's has to be a 4, no 7. Okay? Now we're going to put another $10 on the 5. And this is a bet on the 4, and this is a bet on the 5. So let's roll and see what happens. Now we wouldn't put it on the bet. You'd actually just put it right here on a line, any line that's on the outside. You'd put your money there, and you'd ask this dealer, can I get $10 on the 5? And then they will place it there. So just put the money right here on the line. All right. So then they pass the dice back to us, and then we roll again, and it's an 8. So we didn't win on the 4, we didn't win on the 5, and we didn't have a bet on the 8. But these bets stay here, and they stay until the 7 comes. All right. And usually you don't want to say the word 7 if the puck is on. The bad number, we'll call it. The bad number is the one that comes between 6 and 8. How about that? Well, some people look at this and they're like, wow, look at all those numbers. And they're like, can I put $10 in there? Well, notice how when we just rolled an 8 and that bet stayed there, this bet is only for the next roll. So it's a 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Looks like a lot of numbers, but it's not a lot of combinations of the dice, and it's only for one roll. And I could just place it in there, and it covers all those numbers. Seems like a good bet. Let's roll it, see what happens. And it's a 10. So, wow, we won right here. So we get $10 here, and we put it there. They put it right next to it. We need to pick it up and put it in our rack. We could leave it there, or we could pick it up. But since we won it, let's just leave it there and see if we can hit it again. And it's a 6. All right, now this bet loses. It's gone. We lost that $10, but this one still stays there. So I always recommend to bet these bets before you even think about betting these bets. Now, if you count them, you can see that there is no 5, 6, or 8 in here. There's no 7 as well. So I always tell people, if you bet the 5, 6, and 8, then you have a chance to bet the field. So there's the 6. We didn't get paid because we weren't on the 6, but the bad number hasn't came. We want the 4 or the 5 to roll because our bets are on the 4 or the 5. Let's see. And it's a 7 out. So that's called a 7 out. A 7 rolled when the puck was on. When the puck is off, the 7's a good number if you're on the pass line, but now we lose this bet and we lose this bet, and the puck goes off and we pass the dice, and now it's time for another shooter, and they go around the table. And we lost, what did we lose, $10? Because we won on the 7 on the first one, and then we won in the field, but then we lost, so we're actually only down $10. So I think that's the biggest part of the game, is whatever money you put out here, you want to get back as quick as possible. All right. Okay, nothing is free. Okay, nothing is free. Self-service bet versus dealers. Yeah, that's great. That's a great point. So this bet right here, the field, is a self-service bet, and the pass line and the don't pass line, I'm not even going to talk about those right now as far as the difference. And what's called the come bet and the don't come bet. At the beginning of this video, we talked about it. You can watch it later. We talked about the difference of these bets. But this is all self-service, meaning that you can place it. But these bets here and all these bets in the middle, you place it right here on the line, and then they will place it for you. Now, the reason why I say put it on the line is because if a bet is on the line, it's not this bet and it's not this bet. If it's on the line, they won't let the dice go unless this bet is set. And so sometimes if you put your bet out and you're like, yeah, can I get a 5? And you put it right here. They put the dice out. That looks like a bet in the field. Or even if you say, oh yeah, can I get a 5? And you put it right there. They let the dice go out, and that looks like a bet, a come bet. And you're like, no, I wanted the 5, but then a 6 rolled and it went to the 6. You're like, well, no, I wanted the 5, and then it becomes this big confusion. So placing it on the line is the best place that you could place a bet when it's time to place a bet. And it's always time to place a bet when the dice are right up in the middle of the table, and not when they're out and somebody's rolling them. So let's see. Do you go live all the time? No, you know, they just started doing the live feed for YouTube, and so I've been trying it out, and really just trying to get people to understand craps, know that you can play craps on a cruise to earn a free cruise, and mainly just to kind of interact with the viewers, with my subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, right up at the top, there's a big thing that says subscribe. Just hit that subscribe button, and then you can watch some of my other videos, show you how to play craps on a cruise to earn a free cruise with Royal Caribbean. And let's see. I don't teach blackjack. I used to play blackjack all the time until I realized that craps was such a better game. I'm not a blackjack hater, but the reason why I like craps more than any other game in the casino, whether it's slots, blackjack, anything, is because you can put your bets out. If you've been watching, we had a bet out there on the 5, and we rolled the dice over and over and over, and that bet stayed there. Now, in every other game, like roulette, you put your bets out, they spin it once, and then you win or lose, they take all, and you have to bet again. And then they spin it, and then they take all your money, and then you have to bet again. Craps is the only game in the casino that has, you bet, and there's multiple outcomes that can happen. Until that 7 comes, you can win money every time the dice is rolled. Imagine being able to put money on a roulette table, and it stays out there, and they spin it, and they spin it, and they spin it, and you win every time until a 0 comes, you know? And if the 0 or the double 0 hits, you lose everything, you know? That would be an amazing game. I think more people would play roulette if that was the case. But the odds payout wouldn't be that good if that was the case either. And so that's why I like craps, is you can put, oh, Gary used the little button down here. Gary Snyder, thank you so much. So right next to the chat, there is a little $sign circle thing. You know it's there. You don't have to use it, but it's much appreciated. It helps what we do here. So $5 coming in from Gary. Thank you so much. Yeah, you know, I was talking about Casino Quest giving craps lessons for like 25 bucks an hour, you know, and I'm not doing this for money. Like I said, I'm doing it because I love the game. I love teaching, and I love sharing a good thing, man. When you find out that there's something awesome, you want to tell everybody. And the thing that I found that was awesome is, did you know you could play craps on a cruise to earn a free cruise? And I had $300 on my first cruise, and I played craps, and for $300, I won a cruise that was worth $2,000. It's a cruise for 2. And I was like, I just won a $2,000 cruise with 300 bucks. And believe me, I had just paid $2,000 to be on that cruise. So I'm like, I'm never paying full price again. So I did it again and again and again. This was 3 years ago, and I've been cruising once a month ever since. So some of my videos, if you want to subscribe, you'll see my videos where I'm showing you craps, but I'm also showing you tours of the casino on the ship. I'm giving you pointers on how to earn free cruises, whether it's with slots and all kinds of other stuff. Now, I don't do blackjack. The only table game I do is roulette and craps. And the reason why I do roulette and craps is because these are the only table games that you can actually hedge your bets. So if I played and hedged my bet like a don't pass, this would win on a 7, and this would win on a 5 but lose on a 7. So if I happen to roll a 7, I would lose this bet but win this bet, you know. And I'm not talking about like on roulette doing like $10 in red and $10 in black, because that doesn't make sense, because it's a hedge bet, but you're not really making money. But you know, the dozens, if you're familiar with roulette, you can play the second dozen and the third dozen or something like that. And if you lose one, you win another one plus another 10. And so you cover a lot of the board. So whenever I play roulette, I play on the outside because I think it's better. So, but this ain't a roulette video. Don't be hating. I'm just playing. Someday I'll do a roulette video. I actually have a roulette video for my channel members, because if the craps table's not open on the cruise ship, then I play roulette. And so for my channel members, I actually did a roulette video that shows them the strategy that I used playing roulette to earn a free cruise. But that's for my members only. So just play. Let's see your strategy. All right, DH. You mean that don't pass strategy? So Tyson, thanks, man. Got 2 free cruises booked this year after my first Royal Caribbean in December. Found your channel the week before the cruise. Oh my goodness. Tyson, thank you so much. That's so encouraging, man. That is so encouraging. And you know that cruise, I always tell people, you know, if the cruise costs $2,000, don't bring more than $2,000 to play. Because even if you play $2,000 and lose it all, and then earn a free cruise, you pretty much just prepaid for a cruise. But man, I sometimes bring $1,000, and like this last cruise I went on, I went with $1,000, and I got a junior suite cruise offer, and junior suites are like $8,000, man. So I view that as a great discount. But thanks, Tyson. I really appreciate it. I'd love to hear your story on one of my videos. Like, comment on one of my regular videos and just tell me your story. Or I do have a Facebook group called Holy Roller Cruising Club. So it's spelt like that, Holy Roller without the ER, just the R. Holy Roller Cruising Club on Facebook, and share your story there, man. Share your story there. But thank you so much for that super chat. That's great. Little $sign down there. It was pretty awesome. Like I said, I'm not doing this for money, but I keep mentioning the $sign down there. I'm just playing. All right, let's roll it out. I'll do $300. So this is a $300. Now I usually would do 500, but I'm gonna do 300 right now. So I'd usually do 500 if I was gonna do this strategy. The first thing I'd do is put $50 on the don't pass. So $50 on the don't pass. This when I roll this, this loses on 7-11 when the puck is off. It wins on 2-3 when the puck is off, and it pushes on, or the 12 doesn't count. If any one of these numbers roll, it becomes the point. And so we'll get from 5 dice and we'll roll them. And then I will still answer questions as I'm doing this. And I'm just going to grab them and then throw them, okay? I'm not setting or doing anything like that. I'm just going to grab them, shake them. And I don't really throw like this on the table on the cruise or anything. I don't really shake and I call this the shake and bake. Because the shake and bake, I don't know. Never mind. I'll say something later. There is an 11. So what is it? What happens to this $50? $50. So if it was a 12, that would be a push, but it wasn't a 12. It was the 11. So we lost $50. So, okay. All right. So, but we're still shooting. So here's something that a lot of people don't know is what just happened for me. I'm still shooting. Even though I lost that $50, I'm still shooting. the puck is off. If I was on the line here, 7-11 win, 2-3-12 lose. If I'm on the pass line and I roll a 2, 3, or 12, that's what's called a crap out. Because these are the craps numbers, 2, 3, 12, crap out. And a lot of people don't understand the game, and they tell people you have to roll the dice until you crap out. If you crap out, you have to put your money back and you still roll the dice. Now, you can always choose to pass the dice. You don't have to roll. But I'm going to go back on the don't pass and roll again and see if I can get past no 7, no 11. And look at that. I lost another $100 down already. I only had $300 and I'm $100 down. This is the game of craps. And this is why they call it crap, because when you see the number, you're like, crap! You know, when you see the number you don't want to see. All right, let me get some change. I'm going to turn this in and get some green. So now I have $200. I'm already down $100 in 2 rolls. Yeah, that's like the worst case scenario. But I'm still rolling the dice. Here we go. How about a 5? All right. Oh, I forgot to put this here. Sorry, 50 bucks. Oh my goodness. All right, so 50 bucks. If you don't have money here, they won't let you roll the dice anyway. So, all right, 50 bucks. This time we didn't lose it. The 5 rolled. So the point goes on 5, and so the point is 5. And I always say you have to roll a 5 before a 7 in order to pass or win. Pass is the 5. The don't pass is the 7. So what I did by playing the don't pass is I made the 5 the bad number, not the 7 the bad number. There's only 4 ways to make a 5. There's 6 ways to make a 7. So this is a better bet if you can get past that come out roll, and you saw that I didn't twice in a row. So I'm playing from $100 down. And the way I play a hybrid on the cruise, and the reason why I play hybrid on the cruise is because I want to earn points for a free cruise. So I'm going to play $50. So I'm going to get this $50. I'm going to play $50 out here and $50 here. So let me show you how I'm going to do that. I'm going to do 10. I'm going to do 10 on the 9. I'm going to do 10. So 4, 9, 10. Let me see. I'm going to get I'm going to throw in $5 more. So I'm going to play, because I'm going to play the 6 and 8. You have to bet $12 on the 6 and 8. And so I'm playing $5 or for $4 extra than 50. Now, why would I do that? Because if a 7 comes, which is the most common number, I'm going to lose all this money, but I'll win $50 here. So all this money, except for $4, I'll get, like, I like to think of it as a rebate. But if I roll a 5 again, I'm going to lose another 50. Oh my goodness. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we can get a 6 or 8. That's a common number. Oh, 7 out. Wow, what a horrible roll. And that's what's called a 0.7 out, folks. I establish a point, and then I 7'd out. Okay. So the puck goes off. All this money goes away. Now remember, all this money goes away because we rolled a 7, right? But we win right here. We win right here. So actually, all that money comes back as a rebate except for the $4. Now, if you're learning craps right now, you're probably really confused because this system is more of an advanced system for craps. So I guess I could insure my bet on the come out roll, but that right there happens more than anything. What's called a 0.7 out, or just a few rolls and then a 7. And if I was here, I would have won those 2 times, but then I would have lost the 3rd time. So I would have been even, but I'm still down $104, you know. So then it would be somebody else rolling. They pass the dice clockwise, and then I go back out on the don't pass for somebody else to roll. And so let me see. Looks like a typical session. Yeah, that's typical what happens. It really does. It really does happen a lot. And that's why I started playing this way where I was hedging. And the reason why is because the more time you play, it's about average bet and time at the table, which earns you a free cruise. So don't forget to subscribe up here. If you see a subscribe button, that means you're not subscribed. So just tap that really quick and then we'll get into this next roll. So now somebody else is rolling. They're gonna get past their dice, and we don't know if they're playing on the pass line or don't pass line. Why don't we have the next roller? We'll have them playing on the pass line. So I'm gonna take some money out of the bank. That's the person rolling the dice, and they went around, and now they're rolling the dice. And so they're gonna roll a come out roll. 7-11 win here, 7-11 lose here. Let's see what happens. And it is a 6, way over there in the corner. So the point becomes 6. Now this is a bet on the 6 for them. They have to roll a 6 in order to pass. And if we roll a 6, we lose this bet. If we roll a 7, or if they roll a 7, we'll win this bet. But we're not really focused on winning this bet. We're focused on hitting these other numbers. So let's go back out. Let's get $50 this time. And we're gonna do $50. We're gonna do 10 on the 4 and 5, 10 on the 9 and 10, and then we're going to put $10 on the hard 8, or sorry, hard 6, because this is a 6. So that would pay $90, but it would have to roll like this. It has to be a 6, hard 6. It has to look like that. It cannot be an easy 6. It has to be a hard 6. So we're hoping that if it rolls a 6, it will be the hard 6, not the easy 6. But we got $50 out here, and we got $50 out there, right here. So let's see what happens. Here we go. And it's a 2, craps 2. Now, we don't get paid, but we don't lose either. There's a yo 11. So that is a yo 11. And the reason why they say yo 11 is because 11 sounds like the number we don't want to say if the puck is on, right? It's right between 6 and 8. All right, here we go. There's another yo 11, yo 11. Oh, man. See a horn, bet a horn, huh? There's a 5. We get paid a little bit. All right. So that that 5 is $10. $10 pays 14. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put our first hit, and this is the way I use this strategy. It's called light in the darkness, because we're playing the dark side, but we're also playing the light side. We're going to take our first hit and put it on the point. Now some people would say that doesn't make sense. I know, it doesn't make sense. It makes dollars. It makes dollars. Here we go. Let's see what happens. And it's a 3. It's a 3. And we don't get paid on that. We want a 4, 5, 9, or 10. And we didn't want really a 6 though. Oh my gosh. And especially not the easy one. Oh my gosh. You know, that means this loses, because it only wins if it's that way. This loses too. Oh my gosh. We lost another $50. This person wins over here, but we win $14. A little rebate. So that is our little rebate for this. I don't really like that rebate, because getting 14 and losing 50 is not a good trade-off. But when you think about it, we got the 14, 15, 20, 25, $26. So we really only lost $24. We didn't lose $50. We only lost 24, half of the money that was here, because we took our first hit and put it there. All right. All right, so there's that. Let's go back out. This is a winner over here. They're still rolling the dice, and then the puck will go off. These bets are off, and we're still going to play from the don't, and they're still going to roll right here. All right. So here we go. They have the same dice. They don't have to choose 5 again. They're just going to roll again, and then boom. And it's a 6 again. So they got a 6 again, and this time we're not going to put the hard 6. We only have $40 here, but we lost a little bit, you know. So we're not going to put out 50. We're only going to put out 40, and hopefully we can get a 4, 5, 9, or 10. All right, here we go. 7 out, 7 out. Wow, that's a typical roll. So now puck goes off, they lose their bet, and all of these bets lose 10, 20, 30, 40. Add $10, 50 is what we get paid right here. And then it goes to the next shooter. So we got that money back. We're still down from where we first began, but I'm pretty confident with this rolling that's not really even good. If you have any strategy that you use, if you have a long rolls or a good shooter, maybe 10 rolls, 12 rolls, whatever, you're gonna make some money on any strategy. But definitely this strategy, people will want me to cover the 8. Next time I'll cover the 8. All right, so here we go, $50. Let me see if I'm missing any questions. Any questions or thoughts? You hate losing? Cover the 8. Cover the 8. Oh man, yeah. I should just hop the 8 right now. I should just bet the 8, have it working. Oh my goodness. Should I change my strategy if I'm throwing versus someone else? It depends on how confident you are in your throwing. Like right here, I'm just kind of just tossing them like randomly. It doesn't matter. When I'm on the table, I do set my dice. I don't shake them, I set them. But I'm mainly looking for probability, consistency. Of course, I don't want the 7 to roll. Even when if I shoot, I'll shoot from here, but I don't want the 7 to roll. I want the 6 and 8 or whatever numbers that's out there. I want those to keep rolling all the time. But sometimes I feel like I should change my strategy for other people. Because to be honest, I actually just got back from Vegas, and my brother and I were playing together, and I rolled. We started with just a few hundred, so we split our money, and I rolled, and we both doubled our money. And then he rolled and we lost some. And then the next person rolled, we lost a little bit more. The next person rolled, we lost a little bit more. And there was like 5 other people. And I'm like, okay, I'm not losing anymore. I can't wait for me to roll again, for me to make money again. I'm like, I'm out of here. I had to catch a plane. So we left. But I should have walked away when I doubled my money and his money. With my roll and then left. That's what I should have done, because I wasn't really there to play for comps, but I was there really killing time, just killing time. You're never rolling against, sorry, you are never rolling against someone else at the table. Yeah, you're not rolling against someone. Yeah, this is a common misperception or mistake that people make, is they think if you are on the don't pass that you're betting against the shooter. That's not always the case, because what if the shooter is on the don't pass as well? Then aren't you betting with them? And then wouldn't everybody, if I'm shooting and I'm on the don't pass, wouldn't everybody that bets the pass line be betting against the shooter? And if they think it's so wrong to bet against the shooter, then why would they be betting the pass line if the shooter's on the don't pass line? You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see if we can get past the 7 and 11 on a come out. Here we go. And it is a 6, hard 6. I'm starting to hate the 6. I'm starting to hate. If I see it again, I want to see it like that, All right, let's do it. This time, let's get the 5. Let's already get the 6. Let's get the 8. Let's get the 9. Let's just get 44 inside. This is what would be called 44 inside, including. And we really only want the 5, 8, or 9. And then that's 44. So technically, we have another $6 that would make 50. So let's put 5 on the hard 6, and we're going to do a two-way 5. So if you throw in $6, or sorry, two-way hard 6. If you throw in and say two-way hard 6, that's 5 for you and 1 for the dealers. All right. So the dealers are playing, And even the dealers want a hard 6 now. And that pays 45 plus 14. So that would be good for us. But we don't necessarily want the 6. We got a 10, hard 10. Of course, it would be one that we don't have. I had it last time, but everybody wanted me to cover the 8. Everybody wanted me to cover the 8. All right. And it's a 5. All right, at least we hit that one. All right, so 5 pays 14. And being that 5 pays 14, we're going to press our 6 by, we're going to make it look like 24, okay? 24 pays 28. Now, what is 12 plus 28? Anybody know? I'm going to rack this too. 12 plus 28. 12 plus 28. Here we go. There is a 10. 10 again. And the reason why I'm counting what I won and what I'm getting paid, 12 plus 28 is 40, right? Is it 40? Yeah. There's an 8. Oh, good thing I covered the 8. DH, I covered the 8. And I get another $14. Now, watch this very carefully, because remember when I said that pays 28, so 12 plus 28 pays 30. This is 50. 12 plus 28 pays 40, sorry. This is 50. This would be the extra money, and I'm just going to put that in my rack. I'm going to put this in my rack. So right now, after one hit, I'm breaking even, close to breaking even. And then the next hit, I collect. All I do is collect now, and I know that I'm winning money. So right now, I'm winning $4 or so on this shooter. After one hit, right? I hit the 5, then the 8, I collect. So now I'm just collecting. Or I can press and spread out and get the 4 and 10 if I wanted to, you know? So most strategies you need like 3 hits to get your money back. I like this strategy because all you need is a big risk up front, right? And then you get your money back in 2 hits. All right, here we go. There's an 8, another 8, another 8. All right, what I'm gonna do, because that's $14. I get paid $14. So I can rack it, and just because I'm down, I can rack it, or I could be a little bit aggressive and press the 5, and I could press the 8. The 8 would look like 18. It pays 21. $15 5 pays 21. And I'm gonna take this $3 and put it in my rack. All right, here we go. I'll check the chat in a second here. There is a 5. So a 5 pays $21. So see now, because I used that last hit to press these, now I'm getting paid more. Whoops, I need $5 more. I get paid 21 instead of 14. So now I'm getting extra money because I made that higher, but I used the winnings to make it more. All right, now I have enough to get the 4 and the 10, and I can rack this $1. So I always try to take something back to the rack, just anything, even if it's $1. All right, here we go. Now look, we have all the numbers, and we're breaking even no matter what. If the bad number comes, we're actually making money because we racked it. So let me check the chat before I roll anything else here. Yeah. Okay. Oh, hard 6. We got to get it, huh? Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to press the hard 6 because I want a big win if it comes. Let's see. Here we go. 4. Right when we got it, and now we got the 4. Now, this is a great bet because $10 on the 4 and the 10, they pay $18. So they pay a little bit more. So they pay 18. So that's great bet. Why don't we make this 15 and the 10 15 and the 9 15, and then bring $3 back to our rack. All right. Let's see if we can get Let's see if we can get no 6. But the only numbers we're not winning on is the 2, 3, 11, and 12. That's the only numbers we don't have. And there's an 8. An 8. 18 pays 21. So let's get 21. So now we have an extra 21. We could bring this to 24 with that money right there, $6. I like that. And then we're going to leave these rest like this, and we're going to take 15 back to our rack. All right, here we go. Let's roll it. 7 out. 7 out. All right, now we get our little refund because we lose all of this money, right? Because a 7 came, turns off the bet, and the game is off right now, but we win 50 here. So let me just, normally they would take all this and take it away, and then they'll give you 50 here. But I'm going to just use this money to pay the 50, okay? So how much did we have out there? Now, we did rack some, but here's an extra 50, 64. There was an extra $64 out there, but we get, so there was $114 out there, but we're getting 50 back. Our little rebate there, you know, our little rebate because we played on the don't pass. But we were going to win money on the 6 or the 7. So that's why I like this strategy. All right, so let's see, because we started with 300. I know we're not back yet, but we're on our way because we have close to 220 almost. So we're only $80 down. Remember when we lost $100 on the first 2 rolls? Oh my gosh, if you were here for that. If you were here for that, then you should definitely subscribe if you haven't. There should be a subscribe button right up here at the top. If you're not subscribed to my channel, come on. And then for those of you that would like, if you want to support the channel, subscribing supports it, yes. Becoming a member and getting secret videos on how to play craps on a cruise to earn a free cruise, that's another way you can support the channel. There is a little, down here at the bottom, there is a little, right next to the chat, there is a little $sign. So you can also give a super chat there, and then I'll give you a shout out and read the comment, whatever it may be. Just keep it clean, folks. All right, here we go. We're going to go back up one more time. And it looks like, am I missing anything here? Yeah, $10. Tyson got it. Arnold, $10 is usually, and Gary, yeah, Gary. I've been on two Royal Caribbean ships that have been $5 minimums, and it's usually the ones that come from, like it's the first selling after they come back from Australia or from overseas. They're $5. So I did one from Hawaii to Vancouver. It was a 10-night cruise from Hawaii all the way to Vancouver. 10 nights, $5 table every single night. Then from Vancouver, they were going to do, and they came from Australia. Then from Vancouver, they were going to do Alaskan cruise, and then it was going to $10 once it was in Alaska. So anyway, let's see if we can get past our come out roll again. Hey, look, there's a hard 6. Let's grab that. Hopefully we won't see a hard 6 again. The best strategy for this is if you can get a 4 or 10. Let's see if we can get a 4 or 10. How about, yeah, of course it would be. Who would have guessed that it would be a 6? Oh my goodness. Who would have guessed? Has anybody? So let me see. The way you play craps is you have to roll a 6, and then that's how it works. It would be better if I can roll any other number but a 6 or an 8, because there's 5 ways to make a 6, and this would lose with 5 combinations. This would lose. So we have to get a couple hits. And that's why whenever I do the, if it's ever the 6 and 8, there's the point. I always try to cover the point a little bit just because um, because a little bit of insurance, because I'm scared. All right, so there's 44. We have $6. Two-way hard six. Two-way hard six. Now I could put $6 and go to 18 right there, but I'd rather cover one of the combinations. The hard six would pay 45. So now I only have four ways of the dice, either a 6-1 or 4-2, but this is considered one way of the combination, and this is considered the other way if it's the other die, you know. All right, so we don't want to see a 5-1 or a 4-2. That's the only thing we don't want to see. And most people would say you don't want to see the bad number, but the bad number won't hurt us. We'll just reset. Here we go. Hard 8. Wow. Is that who was calling for that again? You're calling for that? Is that you triggered me? How about that? We got the hard 8. We got the hard 8. That pays 14. DH, sorry about triggering you there. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to put our first hit on the point. Now, most people would say this doesn't make sense. Remember, this is advanced play. This is for people the people that really know how to play. I'm just playing. That's a joke. That's a joke. We got the 8. We should have got the hard 8. DH would have covered the hard 8 as well. All right, here we go. 4, hard 4. Wow, we don't have the 4. We don't have the 4. Here we go again, and it's an 8. We got an 8. It's not a hard 8, so good thing. If we had a hard 8, we would have lost it because it's an easy 8, and we get paid on the 8. We get paid $14 for that. We get paid $14, and I think I want to collect this one. I'm just going to collect this one. So second hit, we're just going to collect. Let's see if we can get another hit. Ooh, almost off the table, but it is an 8. All right. Now we get another 14, or we could throw in, sometimes they say, give me $1. Give me $1. Why $1? Because it's $14. I give them 1, and then it's 15 for 1. It's like I'm making change. I got $15. Why don't we press the 5 and the 9, and then, yes, let's get the hard 8 for DH. All right, we're getting it for you. Getting it for you. All right, here we go. Let's see if we get another 8. Let it be the one that matches, the 4-4. But a 5 and 9 wouldn't be bad. There's a 9. There's a 9. So we got the 9. We got the 9. All right. So we put 15. We added it, so it gets paid 21. That's a great hit because now we could get the 4 and the 10 right just like that. Hey, let's do a two-way. No, I always like to take stuff back to the rack, but let's do a two-way hard 8. That means one of these dollars right here in the middle is for the dealers. Whenever you say two-way, two-way means for the dealers, the whatever you throw in. Just don't let them put it like this. Two-way, 1 for me, 5 for the dealers. No, the 5 for me, 1 for the dealers. All right, here we go. Now we have all the numbers. This is great. And look what hit. DH in the house. Hopefully this made up for all of the triggering that you went through with me. There we go. We got the hard 8, folks. Oh, yeah. All right, hey, Arnold. Arnold used this little button down here that has the $sign. That is so awesome. Sorry if it's been asked, but is this your normal bet to get a cruise in 2 sessions? Yes, this is what I play. I just play it at the $100 level. So I put $100 here and $100 out there. So I have $200 average bet, and I play for 4 to 5 hours, and I do 2 sessions and have a free cruise. Thank you, Arnold. Man, that is so amazing. That is, I've gotten a $19.99 super chat before, but man, I haven't got a $20 one before. Hey, everybody, give Arnold that super chat. Give it a thumbs up. If you could see it, we have 2 thumbs up on that right now. And speaking of thumbs up, There's some dots right up here if you're on your mobile. It has subscribed there if you haven't subscribed, so make sure to subscribe. That would be awesome. But there's some dots over here in the right-hand corner. If you hit those dots, you'll be able to like and give us a thumbs up, okay? So give us a thumbs up for this video here. And yeah, I see 5 for Arnold. Give Arnold some thumbs up as well. Yes, this is the cruise. This is the cruise strategy. It's called Light in the Darkness. You're playing the dark side, but look, I have $50 here. I put my first hit on the point, so now I have 24 here. I'm gonna break even no matter what. If the 7 comes, I get my $50 back that I started with. I lose all the money that I pressed, but that was the casino money. I'm just creating opportunity right now to win. And speaking of winning, we just got a hard 8. You know what that pays right here? The dealers get paid. The dealers get paid 10 and down, and we get paid $45. So we're gonna throw in 5, so we can get 50 for 5. So there's 50 bucks on that hard 8. Let's put the dealers back up. And then we're also gonna get paid 14 right here. So being that we're gonna get paid 14, we're actually going to press the 8, but we're not gonna do, like, so press means double. So here's 14, so press would mean double. Take it 12 to 24. But we're gonna do this. We're gonna say, and press my 8 by 1 unit, and they're gonna add $6 instead of $12. So press means double, and I'm gonna press by 1 unit. So it's gonna look like 18, it's gonna pay 21. And then I'm gonna bring another $8 to the rack. See that? An 8, hard 8, got paid on the 8, pressed the 8, brought back 8. Yes, it's all about the 8s. That's for DH. All right, here we go. And it's a 6. We got the 6. We got the 6. Now, you might say, oh crap. Oh crap. You had a don't pass on the 8. Or on the 6. You lost the don't pass. We lost. We lost our 50 bucks, right? But let's go back to the first hit that we put. Remember, we pressed the 6? And so this right here gets paid $28. So let's pay $28. Okay. Then, remember, it was 12 when we started. So there's 12, right? So here is 5. There's 25, 30, 35, 40, right? So we're $10 down, right? However, remember, we got this, we got this, we got this, we got this. Here's another, what is this? Here's another 25. So we made money. We could pull all down and reset and start over, or we could just start at this level and leave those out there and not have to build back up again. So many times that 6 is a great hit. So we're gonna actually leave it like it was, right? And we got paid our $28, right? And we're going to put 25 here, and then we're gonna add another 25, $50. Now this is a lot more than $50. So we can go up to 75 if we wanted to, and then we'll protect all that money. So now we go up a level, because there's 25, 50, 60, 70, 80. So it's about $90 out there. So we could put 100 here, but want to do 75? Let's do 75. We'll go up a level. We just hit the point, and because we're using money that we've earned, 75, let's throw $5 on the yo, because if a yo rolls, it pays 75, so that's a little coverage. So now we just don't want to see the bad number, the one in between the 6 and 8. All right, let's see if we can not get that. Oh, is this frozen? How long was that frozen? Oh my gosh. Oh, that was some great content right there. I'll tell you that right now. That was some great content. I don't know how long it was frozen, but I did put $5 on the yo. Oh my goodness. I put $5 on the yo because we had all of our money out here when we won. I went up to $75 instead of 50 because there's over $90 right here. So, wow. Okay. Let me see where I'm at. All right. So, we're gonna play one more round, and then so I just went up from 50 to 75. I put $5 here because if 11 rolls, it pays 75. But I'm using the casino money, and I'm trying to protect more money than the original 50 that I put out there. That's why I went up to 75. Let's see if we can get a 2-3 on the come out. How about a 4? This is actually great. This is the best case scenario for you to have a point of 4 or a point of 10. So watch this. I'm going to take all this down just for a second to show you, and then I'm going to, because look at all this money here that we have. I'm going to leave those there. But we're all working now, right? Are we back? We're not frozen? Unfrozen. All right. So $75, right? So 30, say 35, $40 would pay $80. So look, we could go $40. Okay. Let me get a quarter there. $40. We can buy that for $40. Okay. That pays $80. We have to pay $2 for the VIG. So this pays $80. So no matter what, we haven't even started yet, and we're breaking even. And we have all this extra money. So 40 plus 35 is 75. So we could just start getting, but we're gonna not have. We won't have enough to get the 10 because we put it on the 4. But we're gonna put this back in our rack. So look at that. I mean, we don't have the 10, but we have all this money, and we lost the 5. It wasn't a yo, so we lost that bet. But so yeah, this is great. I think I'll even put just to add some extra juice. I'll put 5 on the hard 10 and 5 on the hard 4. How about that? And let's roll it, man. This is a great scenario here, and it's a 9. It's a 9. So we're going to throw in 1 for 15. We're going to get the 10 and press the 9 by 1 unit. And let's roll. And it's a 5. 5 pays 15 for 1. So we're going to actually throw in 1. Throw in 1. And we're going to make the 5 look like 15. We're going to bring 10 back to our rack. All right, here we go. 6, it's a 6, and 6 pays 14. And what we're going to do with that 14 is we're going to press the 6 and 8 1 unit each. So we'll press the 6 and 8 1 unit each. That pays 14. So we have $2 back to our rack. And so that looks like that. So now you can see this is how you can, you got to attack when it's happening. There's a 4. We got the 4. All right. So we lose this. We pay 2. And we get 80, right? And we have our 75 back plus $5. So you can see, this is where you start making a lot of money on a long roll. You want to press, collect, and then regress. But you don't have to regress because you have this. So we're going to get, if the bad number comes, yeah, we're going to lose all this. But we're going to get 75 of it back. So I don't worry about regressing because I know I'm going to get 75 back. And remember, I put this out there to protect money that I already won. So right now, I'm well over $300. Remember, if you were here when we first started, I started with $300. The first two rolls, $50 each, I lost $100 on two rolls, and now I'm back above $300, just like that. And I just hit the 4. It wasn't a hard 4, and the puck goes off. So this can just go over and over and over and over, and that's how it would go. If you haven't subscribed yet, right up here at the top, it says subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for everybody that gave super chats, and for everybody that has been. I'm gonna say one last thing right here, but for everybody that's been watching, thank you so much. Yeah, the hard 6 came down as well. Sorry, I forgot about that. The reason why I would play this instead of just playing the light side is because it's all about average bet and time at the table. So I get that money back if a 7 comes, right? And I get to put 75 here and 75 out there, $150 average bet, and only be risking the 75 on the first come out roll. Then I know I'm not risking 150, even though 150 is out there, and I'm getting points for a free cruise along the way. That's why I play it this way. So it's a good hedge. Thanks, Ray. I appreciate that. DH, thanks. Hard 6, yeah, Chris, thanks. Let me see, Chris. I'm gonna tap right here. Chris, I'm gonna add you right now as a moderator. Oh wait, I'm gonna try to add you as a moderator. Man, I don't know. I'll try to do it. I'll try to do it some other time. I got to figure out how to expand my screen. But all right. Hey, don't forget, subscribe if you haven't. And I hope to see you cruising and rolling on a craps table soon, especially one on a cruise, right? Yeah, come on. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. Yeah, I do lives, widescreen lives, not just on craps, but for the channel, every third Thursday of every month. So, all right. Thanks for watching. My battery's almost dead. I gotta run. That's why it froze up. It said battery almost dead. So I could just roll it out until the battery dies, but we're pretty close to that. I know you guys want to see how this ends up. I kind of do myself as well, because did you know, like I said, we're way above our bankroll. Where would we end by the time this all comes down? There's 50 people watching. There's 17 likes. Right up here at the top, there's a 3 dots. If you hit that, you can hit the like button. If I get some more likes, I'll play a little bit longer before I go. We lost some people already, so maybe people. I did kind of say bye anyway, right? I did. Yeah, DH is on a roll. All right, let's do a come out, see what happens. Here we go. It is an 8. The point becomes 8. Now we're going against the 8. We're going to go right here. Now we have all this money on the 4. Let's bring it down. If we brought down the 4, we'd get our $2 back. We can put 30 on the 8, 10 on the 4. We could go to 42 on the 8. 42 pays 50. And then we can go 24 on the 6. And we'll bring the 2 back to our rack. Let's make sure we have the hard 8. Let's take down our hard 10, put a hard 8 to $10, and let's roll it. And it's a 5. 5. That spun. It was a 5. So it is $21. And sometimes I'll just get in collection mode. So even though I have this $21, you know, this pays 50, and there's 75 there. So I just got 21 of it. So now I'm really just trying to cover $54, you know? All right, here we go. There's an 8, we hit it. All right, so this comes down, right? I should have known that DH would have hit an 8, of course. It is an easy 8, so we lost the hard 8. And we do get 50 for 1. So 50 for 1 plus the 21 that we hit. So you can see we only lost $4 on that. So so pretty good, pretty good. We only lost $4. So, all right, let's get another 25 to make this 75 again. All right, and the puck goes off, coming out. Collect. Oh, yo 11. I forgot to put it right there. We usually put the $5 right there on the yo 11. Crap. That's why they call it craps. So we lost our 75. So let's go light side. This is if I go light side, I'm just playing 10. I'm never going bigger than the table minimum. So we're on light side, and we're just gonna leave it like that and see how this rolls out. See, and if it freezes up or ends, it's because the battery died. And then we'll see you next time. Here we go. There is an 8. Of course it would be. Of course it'd be an 8. So now we're all on light side. This money's all at risk. There is no refund. Here we go. Get that 8. And it is a 9. A 9 pays 21. Sorry, I'm grabbing the money before I grab the dice. Sorry. There is 9, pays 21. Let's make this look like a quarter, that look like a quarter. We'll bring 1 back to our rack. Here we go. And it's an 8. We got it, folks. We got it. That 1 we put back to our rack, we're throwing that back in, and we're getting 50 for 1. So we are looking good. So let's go ahead. We're going to change these out. These are going to look a little bit different because they're 25 now. And we're just in we're in pressure mode because we hit the 8. That was a $42 8, pays 50 for 1. There's a 2. Look, if I was right there, I would have got paid. I lose $10. I'm gonna go 50. I'm gonna go 50 right there. 50 for 1. You know it's gonna be an 8. Come on. Told you. Told you it's gonna be an 8. So look, 50 for 1. We're already set. We're already set. We're gonna break even if the 8 comes. And it's a 6, hard 6, hard 6. That pays 28. We're gonna go to 30. So that's gonna pay 28. We're gonna make it look like 30, and we're gonna bring this other stuff back to our rack. And here we go. 7 out, 7 out. That's a good way to end it because we're gonna lose all this, but we're gonna get a $50 refund. And I need to try to count this up pretty quick before the battery ends. There's 20 and 25. And I don't know, maybe we didn't. Maybe we left too much of our profit money out there for this to count. But we got 100. 200, and didn't quite get back to the 300, but we were definitely along our way there. That 75 that we lost really did it. That's where we lost it. So, but we played all that time for what we say 300, so 200 and 30, 44. So 44, we lost $56. So we're down $56, and we're by just like that with a session like that, we'd be like, because it would take a little bit longer, we'd probably be halfway towards a cruise just with that roll and that session that we just did. So good times, good times. Thanks everybody for watching. Don't forget to subscribe up here at the top. If you see the subscribe button, that's because you're not subscribed. So hit subscribe. And we'll hope to see you cruising and rolling on a craps table soon. See you guys. See you, DH. Good rolling. If DH is on the table, make sure to be betting that 8. Hop the 8, hard 8, 8 all the way, DH.